Hi guys, it's Bart here from BZ Academy. Today we are in Lubain, in a place where the BZ Academy has its location, very close from this little town. And we are going to explore this ex-jail facility, and we're gonna discuss One-Man CQB subject in context of home defense. So we are going to talk about what can we do as a single man, as a civilians, to protect our home in case if somebody make a home invasion or you hear some noises in the middle of the night. You get your gun and you are going to check your house to make sure you and your family is safe. That's going to be just like open discussion. We're going to discuss different subjects here. Nothing that we are going to talk about it's something that you should take for granted. It's just an options, different variations, and we are going to explore them and share some information with you, so you might find something useful in this video series. Let us know in the comments below if you have a different view, different opinion about the One-Man CQB. Absolutely, you are more than welcome to put it in the comment sections below. Thank you very much and have a nice watch. Are you ready for this, guys? Let's get in. Hi guys, how's it going? You alright?
Yeah, all good.
All good. So today I would like to discuss the subject of room clearing in the context of civilian One-Man CQB. So what kind of situations we as a civilians might encounter that we are forced to do this kind of exercises or working in a real life environment?
I believe the home invasion will be the first thing.
Yes, I believe that's going to be one of the major things, like a home invasion. Just imagine you are sleeping in a house during the night, somebody breaks in, so you hear some weird noises and you got your weapon handy with you and you're going to check and clear the space. So considering that your family is in the house, I think it's one of the things that it's worth consider training. So today we are going to talk about some basic stuff. Maybe later we go to even discover more deeper into the subject. And we do some practice, right? And we're gonna have a discussion about what might work, what might not work, because the CQB is not something that you will always be on a better position, and it's unpredictable totally, and it's never guarantees you that you are going to win this gunfight. It's a very difficult environment, and it's many things to take into consideration. All right. So of course, for us civilians, it's the best thing to do. First of all, is just to call emergency services, so that somebody will be already on the way. So then you might go and protect your home and family. Also, it's not always necessary to go and clear your house, because maybe you are in a room with your family and you would just take a best possible position and you just make sure you secure that perimeter when your family is in. However, there might be a situation that your family is on the other side of the room or downstairs or upstairs, and then you need to make your way through your house to protect your family. That's also a kind of scenario that might happen. So let's start talking about some basic fundamentals when we are talking about the One-Man CQB. Okay. So first thing first, we would like to discuss a little bit about, because we're going to be working a lot on like doorways and the rooms and stuff. So a couple of basic principles about how to approach the door, how to approach the corner. Let's treat it just like a corner for the basic stuff, and then we're going to talk about the doors. Then we're going to talk about how should I clear it, how should I go inside, how should I open the door, because there's many things to consider. Yeah. So first thing first, let's I just have a corner which I need to check, right? So first thing first, before I go anywhere, I would like to have my weapon ready. Keep a distance from that corner. Yes, you know what distance gives us.
Angle of vision.
Yes, good angle of vision. Yeah, so if I will be here, that's gonna be, my angle of vision. I can actually use the laser, so it's just there. But if I just move a little bit away, I can very safely open that angle, and I can see more space inside. Yes, that's what we actually want. Like one of the principles is to clear that space from the outside without going in as much as possible. So distance. But distance, of course, is not always the case, because you might be some narrow space. Remember, here we have a nice open room, but there might be furniture inside as well, so we not always might have a comfort of having that space.
Right.
To have that distance, to have that angle, right? But here we have, so we work on what we have. So we have a space, yeah? So I'm going to definitely set up myself in a distance. What other benefits do you think the distance will give me?
Distance mainly give you time.
Give me time for reaction, yeah? So if I'm here and somebody jump on me from behind the corner, look how close space is, yes? I might not be able to react even to maintain my weapon in my hand, yes? So weapon retention stuff. And also changing the angles. If somebody from here starts shooting at me, I have very limited space here to move. But from here, I can even hide behind the corner very nicely or perform other tasks, yeah? So distance is your friend, basically. Yeah? So we're gonna use the distance. Now, correct footwork. It's also, I think it's good to talk about it a little bit, because if I'm going to take that left corner, so I prefer to put myself in a position when my right foot will be forward, because from here, I'm going to lean and open that angle. So if I do it otherwise, I'm not saying you cannot do it, because there's a time and space pretty much for everything, but you need to understand one important thing, that here, I have good balance that way, and if necessary, I can very easily push myself back and retreat if something happens. In this position, if I change my legs, but again, I'm not saying you cannot do it, right? There are specific times and space when this is actually beneficial. So from here, leaning and checking the corner is quite weird. I'm losing balance kind of in this situation. So I rather keep my right foot over there. Yeah. So that's one thing. Yes. Another thing is minimum exposure. Yeah? So I don't want to expose myself. So I would like to be as concealed as possible. So as a matter of fact, if there's a bad guy inside, what he shall see is actually pistol and my eye sticking out. Yeah. But then it's gonna be too late for him. Yeah. Versus doing something like this, placing my foot first or elbow, exposing it, rather than, you know what I mean, doing it in a way that you pretty much cannot see me coming, right? So that's the way I believe it's a safe way to do it. Also, we don't want to rush it, unless, again, there might be specific circumstances when you might need to rush it. What that might be?
Your family is being killed as you speak.
Yes, your family is being abused on the other side of the house. You can hear screaming. Yes, your daughter, your son are screaming, your wife is screaming. There's a bad guys inside, so you know exactly where they are. So I'm not going to check every single corner deliberately. I'm just going to rush to the space where I need to be at the time, right? So again, but as a principle, if nothing urgent happens, I would like to clear it slowly and carefully. Make sure my own safety is at the first place. It's a priority, right? All right. So we're gonna do it very, very slowly, okay? For this particular exercise to start with. Yeah. Later on, we can talk about doing it a little bit more dynamically, because again, it's time and space for that too, right? So from here, so what I'd like to do as well, guys, just a little thing. If my normal stance is here, like pretty much equal everything. That's my shooting position. So here I'm going to hide this elbow even more. So I actually keep my one hand straight and the other one is attached to it. So therefore it's even less exposure. But again, it's something that you should try, because that might not work for everybody. Some people might not feel comfortable with it. For me, it's absolutely fine. Yeah. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to open slowly, and look. Yeah. What's another important thing to pay attention here? Any ideas? We have the distance, we have a proper foot position, we have a minimum exposure.
Sound.
The sounds, yes. So
yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sound. Yeah. So actually, as a matter of fact, because before I start clearing anything, I would like to stop before I enter the room, take a breather, listen. Yeah, that's gonna tell you a lot. Yeah. What information you might gather by listening?
What's happening in the room?
What's happening in the room?
So if they're occupied with something else, you're gonna have to adjust to avoid the detection until they're already in the room.
Yes.
You might hear how many are there.
Yes, exactly. You might hear the conversation inside going on, so you might recognize how many voices you hear, right? So I know already if it's 1, 2, 3 attackers, maybe 4 attackers scenario I'm dealing with.
You can identify the distance.
You can also identify the distance, very good. You can also identify the distance, so you know if the guys are in this room or next room in the corridor or maybe further away.
In fact, about the distance, you probably know your living room, you know the rooms, setup of the rooms and so on. So if you've been making the doors, they make a specific noise of banging on a specific part of the furniture or equipment that you don't know in what part of the room they're actually at.
Yes, exactly. Considering that this happening in your own house, absolutely, because everybody should know your own house and know what's going on and what equipment and furniture is inside. Yeah, so that actually will help you. So talking about working in your own house, you actually have a tactical advantage in your own house. Yeah, because you can use the environment to your favor. And the guys will be a little bit more surprised than, you know, if you are just clearing the unknown area. That's a slightly different story, right? Because here, you know, if it's your own house, you will know when you're opening how, where's the next door, how many doors are inside, what's the furniture setup, which will make work a little bit easier for you, right? Okay, so one more thing to pay attention here is how do I open the angle? Yes, because I've seen like students working on our courses, they do something like this. They are here, opening here, but look where my laser is, over there, right? But my laser should be already there. Yeah. So it's just like working your sides, just like 1 inch from that corner here. Yeah. So then now I'm opening exactly what I want to open, and that gives me maximum field of view. So otherwise, if I go here and pointing over there, if somebody's over there, we're gonna test that later. They can already spot me. I cannot see them.
Correct.
Yeah.
They can see the muzzle.
Yes, they can see the muzzle, yes. So from here I'm gonna be very close. It's almost like, it's good to do the reference if you have a third pistol. Just point on the corner here and just keep it a little bit away, yeah? And I'm going to open it from here, yeah? We do it little steps, of course, yes. Open, close, yes. You wanna maintain a good balance here, right? Because we don't wanna lose the balance going towards the opening. So that's gonna be nice and deliberate work. Yep. Now let's talk about the pistol position, because that's another thing to consider. Yes. I already did it. Yeah. But guys, think about it. Would you like to go in a high ready or low ready position here, and why?
So already not to obstruct your own vision with high ready.
Yes, I would say so. Any other ideas, preferences, or you also prefer low ready?
Yeah, low ready just below the outside. So I made a rush in this kind of room while I'm actually pointing the weapon muzzle towards the iron target of space, which I want to scan.
Absolutely. So with the iron sights, we have a little problem here, because if I want to go on my sides in a room, we have an issue of, first of all, if you fix yourself on the sides, the whole room environment will be blurry. But here, first thing that you need to pick up is actually the thread. So I wouldn't focus on the sides at all here. So I would keep it in low ready, like you guys said, quite low, I would say, for the reason that the guys might be hiding behind the furniture low. Yeah, so if I go into the room, look at me now. Let's say I'm gonna go here. Yes, fixed on my sides. So then that's gonna be a problem. If somebody is just hiding here behind the corner, I will just not see him. Yeah, because I'll be so fixed here. Plus, add to that tunnel vision, all the things that are going on chemically in our brain during the stressful situations, right? So I prefer to keep it like low ready, and then if I spot something, my muzzle can go high. Low ready, there is a good stuff with the low ready for another reason. So I would like to see the hands of the guys, yeah? Because the fact that somebody's in your house doesn't mean that you got the right immediately to shoot him. Yeah. If he's not possessing immediate threat. It depends on the law of each country. However, we're in Poland here, and definitely if you shoot somebody who's unarmed, doesn't behave aggressively in your own house, later on you will find it difficult to defend in court. You have to spend a lot of time, lots of resources to have your legal battle, yeah, the aftermath. So always also remember about that. Yeah? So you may start giving comments, de-escalating, or keeping the control of the persons who went into your house, not necessarily immediately take those shots. Yeah?
A lot of things to consider.
There's many things to consider, so that's why it's a very difficult subject, CQB, especially when you're doing it on your own. because you cannot cover all the angles. You always have to prioritize which area are going to take the interest in, right? So that's gonna based on what you hear, what you see, what your feeling is, and what you think is give you the best tactical position, considering your own safety first. Okay, guys, any questions?
No, I did just witness a film, a situation where everything that you discussed was actually applied. There was a guy, ex-military, who got the robbers walking into his house, and he immediately called 911, and the whole situation was recorded on the phone. So he immediately hid, whispering to the
Emergency services?
Yes,
Yeah.
the emergency services. They sent guys in, but the doors were blocked. By the time he hid upstairs, he listened the guys walking in, ready with his weapon. He reported that he has a firearm on him. He reported where the guys were by listening to the surroundings, exactly like you said. And in the end, he got ambushed. He opened fire. He stayed on the call, and shortly after, the emergency services walked in. So he survived. He did everything by exactly your protocol. He said the bad guys died. He took advantage of tactical position, hit himself. Had to take the shot, so he did.
Yes, nice one, yes. That's a good outcome. So like I said at the beginning, it's not necessary that you have to go in and check that, yeah? If there is, okay, they're stealing something valuable there, and here you have your family, I would rather stay with my family, secure myself, call emergency services, rather than going inside, you know, because you don't know, you never know what's the guy's intention are, you never know what's the guy's skill level is, you never know what they are armed with, and you never know what are their limits, what they are willing to do.
Yeah.
Yes, remember? So there's many things to consider, and always think about your safety and never let your ego just carry you away, because that might be, you might pay a price for that. Okay.
Coming back to the position of the firearm which we've been talking about, you mentioned the position of the weapon compared to our eyesight. However, the position of the weapon also compared to our body. So you demonstrated on the extension that it's a fully extended hand, but then also collapse the position at some point. Would you do that depending of the size of the room? So if you have the option, you have the distance to extend the arms and start with this position. However, when the space going down, then obviously much out of the position. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got you, absolutely. Here's even a good example of it, yeah. So let's say I just need to, we're going to talk about how to enter and so on. Let's just focus on that narrow space now, yes? Yes, we have narrow space. So that's not going to be reasonable for me to go in with the full extension here, right? Because my weapon can be taken away, somebody might jump on me or even hit me with a club type of weapon. So I don't want to do it. So I can protect it with the compressed position, yes? Or we can use, I prefer, to be honest, actually here to go for a center axis relock, because it's very good for weapon retention. I can keep it very close while maintaining a good grip and good weapon retention and consistent shot. And to be honest, if that's the distance, I don't even have to bring the sights to my eye, because I can really, you know, just point shoot it here, yes, if necessary, yeah. So I definitely would like to keep my pistol away from the wall, anything close, unknown, especially, not putting it inside. Yeah. So from here, yeah, I'm gonna go and keep it in a compressed position. But wherever I have space, I would like to utilize my space and keep my, like the normal, the most comfortable position that I train every day on the range, with little modification for me, just bringing that elbow in a little bit, so I don't expose myself. Because again, this is good position on a flat range, yeah, all day long. But here, we have to consider the exposure, yes? If I minimize, that's gonna benefit me or give me disadvantage, yeah? I think that's gonna benefit me a little bit. Yes, and if I feel comfortable with it and I can perform my shots without any problems, it won't compromise my weapon control, my trigger work, my overall performance, so then I definitely apply it. Good. Questions? No. Okay.
Actually, I've got one. Could you elaborate a little bit about the foot? I know the position of the hips. described, but the footwork itself from the floor.
Oh yeah, yes. So from here, it's important thing. So my front foot, that's going to be the right one here, which we already discussed for balance purposes, is going to be pointed. The toe is going to be pointed to the corner here. Yeah. There is a good reason to do that. If I don't, and then I would like to bend my knee is going to be exposed again. Yes. If I get shot to the knee, everybody knows which direction I'm going to collapse to, right? So I'm going to keep it here. So here that's going to be no possibility for my knee exposure because knee just simply doesn't bend sideways, right? So from here as a footwork, I mean there are like two ways to do it, yeah? Open, close, or close and open. Yeah? So you can from here, depends on your balance, you can open your right foot first a little bit and lean and then close your right one. Or you might choose to close the right one and then open your left a little bit, yeah? But we try to avoid crossing the legs behind us, right? Because then obviously we might go off balance, yeah? And here, as I'm moving, I'm putting my feet nicely, small little steps, yeah? Sometimes it's always possible that you don't even have to take a step, yeah? So all you have to do is just move the feet a little bit. But of course, again, depending what kind of, if it's on the carpet, you won't make any noises. If it's on this floor, depends on your shoes and stuff, many things to consider, right? So I prefer to stay quiet and of course avoid any like clunky motions, yes, hitting, I don't know, in a house, I'm not sure if you're gonna have equipment, you're probably gonna be like, you know, just wake up from the bed in your underwear, okay, here's my weapon, I'm going, right? So you're gonna be barefoot and stuff. Yeah. So that's also going to keep you more, unhearable.
Undetected.
Yes, undetected a little bit more. Because even if you do little mistakes, touch something, that's not gonna really create a noise. Versus all this gear and stuff, yeah. All right, cool. We ready to practice? All right, guys, yes. So you ready? So start opening that angle from here, and we're gonna see how does it look from this side, right? And you see, I saw your leg coming first, right?
I opened first and then...
Let's do it again. Try to avoid sticking that leg that much. So maybe... Claudius? Yes, nice. All I can see here is just your upper body into the slope. Very good. Nice one. Good stuff. Keep going, keep working that angle. Okay, good. Nice one. And stop. All right. Here is a little thing what you can improve. Let's do it again. Let me just say it again quickly. Just from that angle, exactly. Going. All right, and you're still placing like the foot first. Yeah, I'm not saying you cannot do it, right? But think about it, how you can get yourself less visible here. Yeah. Let me just give you a little tip. Go over there and observe me. All right. So here's what you're doing here. Yeah. So you're placing the foot and then you're moving. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like this kind of shape here. So what I prefer here is just the upper body moves. You see my legs? If you put the head and see more angle, of course you will see it, yeah? Yep. But from there. Let me do it again. What would you see first?
Yes, shoulder weapon, no legs.
Yeah, there we go. And then, as I open this angle, I put my leg a little bit more, and then I open it more.
Got it.
Yes, so look, my body is leaning towards the side that I'm interested in. Open that angle, yes? Versus going like normal position in here. Okay. I'm not saying you cannot do it again.
I see the difference.
You know what I mean? You're exposing a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, we can avoid that. It's a little bit more hard work. Yes, so it's also, again, do you want to clear that room deliberately, step by step, or maybe you can afford to do it a little bit faster because the point of interest is somewhere else, really. So again, there's no bad and good things here, yes? But if you want to clear it very securely, very safely, I would advise minimum exposure.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yes.
Let's do it again. That's much better. There we go. That's much better. Can you escape now safely to this side if something happens? For example, I draw the weapon. Yes. Good. So that means you have a good balance as well. Yeah. Balance is a little bit compromised here
Because I'm leaning, but I can still spring back.
Yeah, but you can still sprint back if somebody surprises you. Yeah. Yeah. Because remember, guys, we are not in a, special forces and stuff. There's no 6 guys, flashbangs, and everything. So you might encounter something here that overwhelms you, or somebody starts shooting at you. So maybe sometimes it's better to just retreat. So always also make sure your stance allows that. Yeah? To retreat, to go backward, to remove yourself, to change position, maybe even escape this area.
Yeah.
Yes, because it might be too much.